Hi, a big welcome back to our video series here at Leeds Big Reach. My name is Wangoi Kiili. This is our rationale. If we can begin to understand that any speaking assignment is a leadership assignment, we can think through our communication and reach people in a way that leaves them whole and edified. That's why we do these videos. Please do like our Facebook page and keep us growing by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And you can also follow me on Twitter. In the last couple of weeks, we've been discussing respect. And this week we move on to discuss the habits that hinder our communication. These are really bad habits that we can get into at given times in conversation, and they really do have an impact on our relationships with others. I briefly mentioned about two of them in last week's video, and I will recap them this week and next week. The first bad habit that we can get into in conversation is gaslighting. This term was adopted from the 1940s film Gaslight, based on the manipulation by a husband on his wife using lights and noises to convince her that she was going insane. It is emotional abuse, and we can get into it when engaging in conversations with people we may not like or those whom we harbor unforgiveness towards. What does gaslighting look like in conversation? It can actually be difficult to detect. But one of the signs to look out for is when someone you're speaking to feigns a lack of understanding and they use it to refuse to engage in the subject you have brought up. Say an employee who, when asked why a deadline has been missed, says they did not quite get the communication requiring that deadline. It's a way the person seeks to shut out your engagement. It is frustrating, to say the least. It can also take the form of invalidating, where the person you are conversing with will question your statement so as to make you either second guess yourself or at the worst, question your sanity. It can look like trivializing when you converse and you're belittled and you're made to feel like you're being petty and childish. Something could be significant to you, but in conversation, you're made to feel like it is small and petty. How do we handle this? Please note that gaslighting is a psychological issue, and I'm only addressing the communication aspects of it in this video. As if for one, create boundaries around those who gaslight. This could be deciding to engage in written communication only instead of speaking directly. That way, there is a record of what was said. Secondly, don't get into an argument trying to help the person see reason. It does not work. Revert back to number one. Finally, depending on the situation, choose to disengage. Leave the relationship or cut off contact. Gaslighting is not only a bad habit, it is classified as emotional abuse in psychological circles. If you find you have this tendency in conversation, let's say it's time to exercise forgiveness and extend grace to others. Please be alert and act accordingly. Do let me know what you're hearing, what you would like me to discuss by leaving comments or reaching out directly. And I really do appreciate some of the feedback that we are getting, and we are working on it. Next week, we will discuss another bad habit. But for now, have a blessed week and God bless.